All right, welcome back to Newsline. And tonight we're starting, I will rather start this way with a question. What's the worth of a man? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Our first report tonight will answer this question gently, layer by layer. And I'm going to start the story this way. Fresh from the commemorations of International Men's Day, there's a renewed reminder to pause and truly see the men around us. Their struggles are often unspoken. Their sacrifices tucked quietly into the routine of daily life. Yet from fathers right before dawn to husbands holding their families steady and together to young boys learning to do their best. Their contributions shape our homes and communities in countless ways. So tonight, like I said, we will turn the spotlight on these everyday acts, small, steady gestures that may never make the news, but make all the difference. Ifoma Aikuje brings us this report that celebrates the value and the quiet strength of our men.
Around the world, there is a renewed push to build a better, kinder society for men and boys, one that recognizes their everyday strength, many of which are expressed quietly. From fathers balancing work and family to boys trying to understand who they are becoming, people are beginning to pay attention to both their contributions and their struggles.
We want to turn back to look at the sacrifices of fathers that are able to provide for their families, going out to, face the world, stress out themselves, and at the end of the day, just to make sure their family is comfortable.
The thank you is just a word, but it means a lot to the man.
In homes, workplaces, and communities, it's often the small acts of love, sacrifice, and responsibility that define men.
Because as a man, you need to go out daily, whether as a civil servant, as a businessman, you must go out to provide for the family.
Because the bulk of society's responsibilities fall mostly on men.
My wife is not at home right now. I hold the baby, I feed him, I bathe him, and I carry this my baby, I help my wife.
These little gestures inspire affectionate nicknames that speak louder than any grand action. My king, honey, Odogu, my guy, chairman, sweetheart, Baba the boys, my personal person, and the timeless, my love. Simple words, yet filled with appreciation many men rarely ask for.
I'm already a happy man in terms of the wife God has given to me.
I call my husband Obium. Obi means in our language, meet my heart.
I call my husband Yekiye. It means my husband, my all. I call him Okumowe, the only man, and Wotorofa. There's not like him.
As conversations on gender continue to evolve, one truth stands firm. Society does better when everyone does better. When men are supported, not judged, heard, not dismissed.
I don't have to pay men for doing anything, but obedience, please do this, and you see that it is done. You are happy.
I don't know how to unlock that knot. Just release it a bit. Show him love, show him appreciation, and you enjoy your relationship.
And even for women whose painful experiences make them feel men shouldn't be celebrated, like those abandoned to raise children alone, their voices are part of this story too. Their reality reminds us that acknowledging good men does not erase hurt, but strengthens the call for healthier, more responsible masculinity.
Man go marry me. Give me belly, bomb place, you leave me run, come on. Me and him fight, carry and go police, they laugh me. No, do the man anything, self. He still leave me run, eh. Man, I need to celebrate man, celebrate woman first.
What we are celebrating is responsible men. Men that are responding to duty. That's what I call responsible people. Not the ones that are walking away or running away from their responsibility.
So every father, husband, mentor, colleague, brother, and the young boys who are finding their part, the world pauses to say, we see you, we value you, and you truly matter. And to the one who brings extra light to my world, consider this a quiet salute.
Quiet salute. What do you call your spouse? You want to know what I call my spouse? You didn't hear me. All right, so while we're reminding our men of their wealth, women, on the other hand, are in faraway Ghana redefining excellence. Now, they took center stage at the 2025 Africa Women Conference, from mentoring girls in rural communities to helping vulnerable women to build their lives. Now, these champions were honored for the real everyday impact of their efforts. And our correspondent Oluseyi Adeagbo reports that the awardees were celebrated for touching lives and giving hope to families across the continent. Their work continues to push Africa towards a future where every girl has the chance to learn, grow, and thrive.
For 3 days, Accra, Ghana welcomes delegates for the 9th Africa Women Conference, AWC, a premier gathering uniting women leaders, policymakers, entrepreneurs, young girls, and change makers from across the continent and diaspora.
Some sing a song for women.
Under the theme, Legacy Meets Innovation, Women Forging New Pathways for Africa's Sustainable Development. This year's conference focuses on gender inclusion, digital empowerment, and sustainable development for women and girls.
As we return to our respective countries, let us carry both legacy and innovation with purpose. Let us monitor the younger women coming behind us. Use technology to solve local problems. Advocate boldly issues that uplift African women.
And for me particularly, I'm very excited about, the conclusion or the agreement to come about a Pan-African film village that helps African women tell their own story.
A major highlight of the 2025 AWC is the Awards Gala, which showcases Ghana's rich cultural aesthetics and honors several African leaders for their tireless efforts in promoting gender equality and protecting the rights of the girl child.
This is a kind call to do more for African women, to be more inclusive.
Congratulations, and that means to all of you, keep hope alive. Dreams do happen in AWC.
It's a great deal of honor and it's a call to serve more. And I pledge my commitment to the African women that I will do more.
Hope of shelter. So when they said anything hope, is because we are assisting vulnerable ones.
What has been shown here demonstrates that the African we want, but the African Women Commission we can achieve.
Congress delegates say the awards go beyond symbolism. They represent a growing recognition that women's leadership and protection of girls' rights are essential to Africa's development.
Wow, now you have seen women, pushing the boundaries in faraway Ghana, but let's bring it closer home to women who provide some form of quiet pillar, for their spouses. And as they say, behind every police officer who answers the call of duty, there is a spouse holding the home front, steadying the family, managing the sacrifices, and of course giving strength when and where it is needed the most. It is this quiet but powerful role that came into focus in Abuja as the Police Officers' Wives Association, POWA, opened its 2025 end-of-year week in a very colorful celebration of unity and purpose. Francis Fom brings us the sights and sounds of that event.
The week-long event kicked off with a high-powered conference where the wife of the Inspector General of Police and POWA President calling on police spouses to re-examine their roles as pillar of support in the demanding world of policing.
This gathering reminds us of our mandate to seek better ways to improve the welfare of our members, to provide assistance to the needy, to empower women with skills and opportunities.
This year's theme, Making a Difference as a wife of a policeman, calls every member to think deeply about their resilience, courage, and influence in shaping stable families and safer communities. Day 2 unfolded with an array of activities: early morning exercise, free medical checkups, and a colorful march past by police spouses representing various zones, commands, and formations across the country. One of the highlights was the presentation of certificates to over 400 police children, graduates of Power Skills Acquisition Program Day. Some outstanding ICT graduates also received brand new laptops. The empowerment train continued with support packages for over 450 spouses of serving officers and widows of personnel who died in the line of duty, a gesture reinforcing POA's commitment to standing with families in their moments of need.
Don't go and sell it to Globe. She will sell it, better leave it for us.
I don't get house, but now he go give me house. It will help me to be granting and help my family.
May God bless our mommy. I get a grinding machine.
Once we empower them with some of these tools, we expect them to utilize it very, very well so that they can stand on their own and cater for their families.
The week climax with a dinner, an evening of music, dance, as different police zones took turn to mount the podium, showcasing their symbols, identities, and delicious delicacies. A thrilling dance competition added color to the night, producing a winner as well as a second and a third runner-up.
This is a tough time, and so I'm here to say that we honor them for their service.
This conference is very impactful because they taught us how to take care of ourselves, even in the midst of the crisis.
They are the soft power, so I will encourage them to continue to be a nurturer to their husband.
When there is unity with the pillars of the home, our husband can go out there and work without fear.
Behind every gallant police officer is a strong, resilient, and purposeful woman making a difference every single day.
Indeed, when we look at these women, of course I'm talking about the spouses of the policemen, you'll discover that indeed there is need for a support system that is robust. But talking about robust support system, let's take you to Gombe, where women are not just supporting from the sidelines. In fact, they are delving right into it. And the sound of progress there is driven by women. Once seen as spectators in a male-dominated space, they now own the markets, lead the trades, and are building small enterprises that make a big difference. Now, many of them say the journey hasn't been easy though, but with persistence and community support, they are breaking barriers and building a future where women's enterprise drives development across that state. And Zara Umar Adamu has more for us.
This is Gombe main vegetable market, a hive of activities of buyers and sellers. But what stands out most is that nearly every stall is managed by a woman. These women are entrepreneurs managing supply chains, negotiating with farmers, and ensuring fresh produce reaches every home in Gombe and beyond.
We decided to give them the opportunity to join the business because many of them are widows who have been struggling to provide. Even if they do not have any starting capital, we offer them goods on credit, allowing them to sell and return the money afterwards. This arrangement not only empowers them to earn a living, but also helps them regain confidence and independence. Some of the women in the business have been able to transform their lives remarkably. For instance, a number of them whose husbands did not own houses have been able to provide homes for their families through the income they earn from this business.
Like Wani, many women traders have turned what used to be small-scale trading into thriving enterprises.
The head of the family goes out in search of work and it's not fortunate enough to find any, the responsibility of sustaining the household often falls on the women. Many of them turn to the vegetable business because it is in constant demand by everyone. Though this venture, they are able to multiply their income, feed their families, pay school fees, and meet other essential needs. We decided to come out and engage in the business instead of sending our children to hawk on the streets. It is better for us as mothers to bear the responsibility and find a decent means of survival. This vegetable business has become our main source of livelihood.
Beyond the markets, another women-led business is also gaining popularity, the lacquer processing business.
I have been able to acquire more than 10 houses. I started this business with a capital of not more than 5,000 naira, and today I am a proud owner of asset worth over 5 million naira. This journey has taught me that with determination, patience, and hard work.
From vegetable stalls to groundnut oil factories, women in Gombe are now fully participating in business and, of course, taking a lead. This development shows that women are redefining their stories by proving that they can contribute and optimally support their spouses and the nation's economic growth.
All right, and our next story will take us, of course, to Jigawa, and it is that of Zainab Usman, who's an ordinary village woman whose life once mirrored the struggles of many rural families, living from hand to mouth, uncertain of the next meal, yet refused to give up. Now, she is the proud owner of a small business that she proudly runs. Hawa Haliru Haruna brings us her journey of success.
Yes, Zainab Usman lived in the shadows of poverty, a mother of 5. She struggled daily to provide for her family. Life became a cycle of odd jobs and borrowing money just to put food on the table. There were days when cooking even one meal felt like a luxury. Then comes a turning point when she joined a women's cooperative group in her community, a small weekly savings and loan scheme where women support one another.
I have been into different businesses such as selling of pure water, local drinks, processing of groundnut to candy, just to stand on my feet and put food to the table for my children.
Through the group, she received mentorship, emotional support, and a small interest-free loan. With that, she expanded her tiny poultry business from just 10 chicks to something meaningful.
We used to contribute to the group of village savings and loan, where I collect loan, which I used to add into my poultry business.
Then came an even bigger opportunity, the Jigawa State Women Economic Empowerment Initiative, a government program offering financial aid and business training to vulnerable women. Today, Zainab has a thriving poultry of more than 100 chickens. Her home, once filled with worry, now echoes with hope and laughter.
I encourage women not to relent on their effort. They should dream big, work hard, continue trying, as great things never come easy.
Zainab's journey reflects a growing wave of grassroots women entrepreneurs in Jigawa, powered by community support, government intervention, and the unbreakable will of women determined to rewrite their own stories.
Wow, what an inspiring and courageous story coming from Jigawa. Congratulations. And let's take a short break. We have more inspirational and soul-lifting stories after the break. All right, welcome back to Newsline. If you've just changed your, well, what would I say? If you just tuned into this channel, it's live on the network service. So let me now take you to a university in Nigeria where graduates are opening new chapters of their life confidently. And for the second week running on Newsline, we have kept the spotlight on Nile University of Nigeria as the institution that completes its 13th convocation season. Now this time celebrating its postgraduate and PhD graduate. Now besides the gowns and of course the certificates, the ceremonies have been united by one message: preparing graduates who can innovate, lead and give back to society. That is Francis Udojo.
Step by step, the postgraduate graduates of Nile University of Nigeria made their way into the convocation hall, a proud moment accompanied by renditions that reflected years of sacrifice, hope, and achievement. Dressed in full academic colors, the procession of principal officers followed. The men and women whose daily work shapes scholars and nurtures character. One after another, deans of various faculties presented their postgraduate candidates, including the pioneering set of PhD graduates in law. Their presentation paved the way for the Vice-Chancellor to formally confer the degrees.
And those unavoidably present for whom the dean stands proxy. To the Doctor of Philosophy degree of Nile University of Nigeria, as the case may be, congratulations.
Families filled the hall, and parents who had so learned, worked overtime, or gone without food, all to witness this moment of fulfillment for their children.
I want to say a big thank you to my parents. Communication is very vital, and I believe that I will add a positive value to the society.
Since she was born, she has been a peaceful child. So I have given her full support to go to any level she wants to go to in education.
The environment is really encouraging, and it makes everything easier for students.
We are extremely happy, very, very happy.
They invested appropriately, and frankly, they are doing very well compared to many of our universities.
I'm here because my son have graduated in Masters of Business Administration. I'm excited. I can see the impact.
Prior to coming here, you know how people say, oh, coming to a private university, things are easy. I promise you it's not. Every single person that maybe came out with the first class, just know that they worked really, really, really hard for it, and every single person deserved it.
The caliber of the faculty for me was impressive. Their dedication to duty was top-notch.
Vice-Chancellor of Nile University, Professor Dili Dogo, urges graduates to step into the world as innovators and responsible leaders, reminding them that their communities expect positive impact. He also reaffirms the university's commitment to global standards, with its degrees recognized by bodies like the UK General Medical Council and top cybersecurity institutions.
I want to pay tribute to the founding fathers of this university and thank Honoris University, United Universities for making this happen. Let me at this point congratulate our graduates, their parents and guardians and well-wishers who have come to celebrate these shining stars as we officially release them into the 21st century workforce. As our ambassadors, we expect nothing less than perfect delivery, discipline, and ethical practice at all times.
Established in 2009, Nile University has grown into a hub of technology-driven learning, research, and entrepreneurship, a place where young Nigerians are equipped to compete and thrive in a changing world.
All right, now 14-year-old Rauluwa Alayonde has been crowned champion of the 2025 MTN mPulse Spelling Bee competition, outshining contenders from across the country to take home the top prize. Anwar Yusuf Jibo reports that through its digital plus physical model, the competition offers students, including those in remote areas across Nigeria, a chance to compete.
And so the reign of a new champion begins.
14-year-old Oreolua Alayande, a student of St. Lawrence Metropolitan College in Ekiti State, emerged winner of the 2025 MTN mPulse Spelling Bee Grand Finale after outspelling, outlasting, and outshining contestants from across the country. Oreolua's victory is more than a trophy moment. It comes with a total prize package that includes a 5 million naira education grant, a laptop, a smartphone, the mPulse Face of the Year title, and the rare privilege of being MTN CEO for a day. Her teacher also goes home with 500,000 naira, while her school receives a 10 million naira flagship project. From the look in her eyes, the reality is still sinking in.
Really excited that I'll be the MTN CEO for one day, and I would like to thank MTN, the current MTN CEO, for at least leaving his position for one day to give a teenager to grow, to develop, and to learn more.
For runner-up Samuel Babalola, the stage also delivered its own victory. He walked away with 2.5 million naira among other prizes. Other contestants were also not left out. Even guests had a feel of the excitement, as many won 50,000 naira gift vouchers, a reflection of MTN's commitment to making learning joyful and rewarding. According to Babalola Oyele, Director for Strategy and Innovation at MTN Nigeria, the competition is designed to develop vocabulary, build confidence, and nurture academic excellence among Nigerian children.
We believe very much in the youth. We believe in the young people of Nigeria. That's why we created the platform mPulse, and there's a lot on that platform for the young people. And then this opportunity, so you can imagine the vigorous process they go through to prepare, the learning, the vocabulary, the coaching, right? So I believe that strengthens them. Whether you are a winner or not, it's even just the process of competing, preparation, that makes you a much stronger student, which is why when I spoke earlier, I said I believe that I see a room full of future leaders, and I'm sure that some of them are going to emerge to be leaders in our company and in the country in future.
The MTN mPulse Spelling Bee is open to Nigerian students between the ages of 9 and 15 in both primary and secondary schools.
Now, at 90 years, many hope to be remembered, certainly. But some, like veteran journalist and administrator Omobolande Onojide, are celebrated for long and impactful life. Now, family and well-wishers came together in a joy-filled event to celebrate her. From her pioneering days in journalism to her years of trailblazing public service, Mama Onojide's footprints remain deep, inspiring generations who still look up to her as a model of courage, excellence, and grace. Again, Diana Ajale was there to capture how a woman fondly described as a record setter with many firsts was honored. And our report, of course, is presented from our studios here in Abuja.
The 90th birthday celebration began with a Thanksgiving service at TBS Diocese of Anglican Communion, Lagos, where the clergy offered prayers to God for Mama Omobolanle Onojide's continued good health and more. It was a grand occasion that brought together family, friends, and well-wishers to honor her remarkable achievements and impactful life. The event, which was arranged according to the celebrant's meticulous way of life, culminated in a music concert at the Muson Center. It featured live performances by the Muson Choir and Chamber Orchestra, who entertained guests with soul-lifting gospel melodies. High point of the celebration was the presentation of a book that captures reflections on Mrs. Omobolanle Onojide's faith, family, and fortune.
I interviewed her, took notes, went back, and put the notes all together.
I wish you many more years. You have been the biggest inspiration of my life.
Madame Omobolanle expressed appreciation and shared the secret behind her longevity.
I feel grateful to God.
Surrounded by her children, immediate family members, the Akpata descendants of Benin, friends, and close associates, the celebrant was showered with heartfelt wishes and prayers.
My special auntie,
I pray that she continues to blossom.
She spent her entire life looking after all her 4 children, and therefore this is the time for us to pay back. Yeah, and we're so happy.
She's the oldest member of my family, of her generation now. Grateful we are to God for sparing her life.
We've been friends since 1965 when I came to this country for the first time, and we are still friends.
Omobolanle Onojide began her career with the Daily Service newspaper, published by the Amalgamated Press, 1955, before joining her brothers in the United Kingdom, where she proceeded with her study in the Westminster College of Commerce. Upon her return to Nigeria with a university degree, Omobolanle joined the Western Nigerian Television, WNTV, in 1961 as a sub-editor and subsequently the first female producer of a current affairs program and the first to interview members of the House of Assembly in the Western region. Omobolanle Onojide has mentored many, including the former Director General of the NTA, Professor Tony Iradia.
Did you see how she held her friend? Oh, that's true show of love and friendship. Congratulations, Mama. Now, hard work and dedication in one's chosen field can really earn extraordinary recognition, and few have earned this better than veteran journalist Aliyu Baba Barau, who was recently conferred with the traditional title of My Ghana by the Emir of Mina, Dr. Omar Farouk Bahago. Now, in the Mina Emirate, that title means literally master of words or eloquent speaker. And Mukhtar reports that this honor comes after decades of search for a deserving recipient. His report is presented from our studios.
Evening. I am Aliyu Baba Barau.
Aliyu Baba Barau, a household name in Nigeria's broadcast industry, a former director of news at NTA. He was recently honored as the Voice Maigana of Mina Kingdom, a title celebrating eloquence, wisdom and service. Family and well-wishers gathered as the Emir of Mina, Dr. Umar Farouk Bahago, confers the prestigious title on him. The Baywan Mina, Hassan Mohammed Saba, led the delegation, thanking the Emir for recognizing Baba Barau's contributions to Mina, Niger State, and the nation.
He's a good orator, he's a good communicator, and those are some of the attributes of a Maigana. So it was an apt title that was given to him.
And he's a man that believes so much in Nigeria. He believes in raising the generation of other people that will come after him.
But it is an honor to his friends.
The Emir describes Baba Barau as a loyal son and promoter of the kingdom's image, praising Allah for blessing Mina with leaders and community builders like him. The celebration moved to Baba Barau's residence, where guests shared a meal and stories.
We are coming together to educate, to enlighten, to mobilize the youth of this community.
As he is related with the media and TV and NTA channel, it is the major responsibility of social work.
Based on his experience and the vast knowledge he had in the whole nation, he will bring it here into the Emirate.
He is a man of lots of words of wisdom.
So I believe people would definitely benefit from his experience over the years, and he's going to give back to the people.
The elated Maigana says such gathering brings people together for one Nigeria.
We will expand the horizon of people's thoughts, people's thinking, people's faculty of ideas in order to forge ahead for development, for peace and security, and for protection of life and properties. All these regional, tribal, religious division, we should do away with it.
The title, Maigana, meaning Master of Words, honors those known for eloquence, storytelling, diplomacy, and advisory roles, qualities Baba Barrow has demonstrated throughout his career in journalism and community service.
Now, let me tell you something, and I really mean it. If words were gold, Baba Barrow, or should I say my Ghana, would have been much, much richer than the richest man in Africa. So my Ghana, now you have the traditional license to speak your mind, so go on, so. All right, let's take another break. When we come back, we'll, of course, bring you more stories on Newsline. All right, thank you for remaining with us. Now, let me take you back in time in 1987. Now, they were simply boys, talented, determined, and unafraid to dream beyond the boundaries set before them. Now, they came from different corners of Nigeria, each carrying his own story, his own struggle, and his own quiet hope. But on the polished floorboards of the African Junior Basketball Championship at Abuja 87, they found a common purpose to prove that Nigeria could rise to the top of African basketball, and rise they did. Bright Ebuchwe tells us this amazing story of the boys who became legends.
In 1987, a group of fearless Nigerian teenagers shocked the continent, winning the African Junior Basketball Championship right here on home soil. That historic Abuja 87 gold wasn't just a victory, it was the spark that changed their lives forever. Among the young stars was Adamu Ahmed, known then as Doya, quick, disciplined, and brilliant on and off the court. Today, that same Doya is Professor Adamu Ahmed, Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. His journey proves a powerful truth. When sports and education meet, futures are transformed. For others, Abuja 87 opened doors to scholarships and global opportunities. They returned as doctors, coaches, engineers, administrators, leaders shaped by discipline basketball taught them. 38 years later, that spirit came alive again. At an exhibition game between TNT Basketball Academy and Love Basketball Academy Abuja, Daniel Uchenna claimed the MVP award, presented on behalf of NTA's Director General, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, by General Manager NTA Sports 24, Kayode Adeniyi. Later at the gala night, the champions reunited, celebrated by dignitaries including General Christopher Musa retired, former Chief of Defense Staff, and Major General Mekano Abdullahi retired, the President of OSMA, underscoring the power of sports in building peace, unity, and opportunity.
Once you have a dream, pursue it. Many of us, when we started, we only wanted to aspire to play for the country and to rule Africa. And we pursued that diligently over a training program that lasted almost a year and a half.
Those of us in the diaspora, is the game that took us there.
We want to use the Abuja group to leverage ourselves as a collective to then do more for basketball.
Come together, unite, and develop basketball. We have generations that have been wasted because of infighting. That should stop.
For the young athletes watching, the message was clear. Greatness is real, it is attainable, and it begins with belief. Abuja 87 isn't just history. It is a living legacy, proven that when passion meets purpose, boys become champions, and champions become nation builders.
All right, let me quickly bring you this love story of Taniso and Sandra. These two, surrounded by laughter, hugs, and blessings of family and friends, they tendered their vows in the church, and it was a day of smiles and shared memories. Correspondent, of course, brings us the highlights and warm wishes for a couple whose journey together began hand in hand.
Nelson Taniso joyfully united in marriage at Dunamis Church in Numan, Adamawa State. The couple, deeply cherished by family and friends, exchanged vows in a heartfelt church ceremony attended by an enthusiastic gathering of loved ones and well-wishers. The solemnization was marked by warm prayers and blessings, reflecting the couple's strong faith and commitment. The church's ceremony over, the gays from across Nigeria moved to celebrate at the lively reception held at Pano Ato, where laughter, music and congratulations filled the air. The chairman, family members and friends shared touching stories and expressed their admiration to Nelson and Sandra's bond.
It's one of my happiest days. Seriously, I don't even know how to explain how I felt today.
I'm so amazed. I'm so happy. It's the day I've been praying and longing to see. And thanks be to God that it has come.
Well wishes showered the newlyweds with heartfelt encomiums, wishing them a future filled with love, success and happiness.
Time is everything every human being should have. The lady who married him today is perhaps the luckiest woman on earth.
It is the happiest day of my life to see my daughter getting married. This last born is exceptional, so selfless, so he's just there for everybody. I didn't know his wife very well, Sandra, but everyone who knows Sandra has a good testimony. So I believe God just brought two perfect people together.
I want to pray that God will guide them in this journey of life and that God will give Tani the wisdom to provide the right leadership in his family.
I am happy today because I have come to celebrate with the couple.
I think for the fact that I know Tani since with the elder sister Lydia Samson, it has been a good one, and I believe he's going to take care of his wife.
My wish is that they live peacefully. They should be a model to other couples. I never had any problem with my husband, so I want him to follow the same way.
The joyous occasion highlighted the beauty of unity and community support as Nelson and Sandra embark on the new journey together, surrounded by the genuine affection of those closest to them.
Wow, congratulations to the couple. And on that very beautiful note, I will say yet again, my job is done for the night. And while the name you hear and the face you see may be mine, the real power brokers of Newsline are the incredibly committed team behind the screen, the cameraman, the producers, all our crew. But the biggest appreciation, of course, goes to you, our loyal viewer. You remain our greatest treasure, and the reason Newsline has endured all through the years. Here's my two-couple piece for the week. The eyes are afraid of the sieve, yet the sieve is only transparent. Good night, everyone.